A single stroke of a pen in Washington just reset the price of every consumer good on earth, proving that the global middle class is paying an absolute daily tax to a single president's economic ideology. When Donald Trump initiated his second term economic agenda, the global trade architecture suffered a massive intentional shock. By implementing sweeping baseline tariffs, utilizing emergency powers, and leveraging a 10% global rate under Section 122, the administration bypassed decades of international trade consensus. This wasn't standard protectionism, it was a deliberate demolition of the global open market model, designed to force manufacturing back within US borders through sheer economic gravity. Global core goods prices jumped by up to 2.5%, and global trade velocity crawled to just 2.2%. But the administration's aggressive maximum pressure strategy just hit an unyielding brick wall. While the White House successfully triggered a regime extraction in Venezuela, they entirely failed to provoke a doctrine or regime change in Iran. The intelligence playbook was fully deployed. They tried to influence the local population from within, covertly funded digital movements, weaponized internal women's rights issues, and even pushed alternative flags online to spark a domestic collapse. Yet despite massive protest and crushing economic pain, the Iranian state stood completely as an unbreached fortress. The regime's core ideological doctrine did not fracture, it hardened. Now, the entire strategy has devolved into a war of pure ego and conflicting narratives. Washington continues to speak exclusively in the language of transactional deals, demanding the absolute irreversible dismantlement of Iran's enrichment facilities under a no dust, no dollars policy. Trump publicly declares that both sides are incredibly close to finalizing a massive nuclear agreement, using the media to project a historic diplomatic victory. But it's a calculated distortion. Behind the scenes, Tehran flatly refuses the terms. Iranian officials have dismissed Washington's demands for absolute control over their sovereign technology as a total fantasy, openly declaring that they will never accept a permanent suspension of enrichment. So who is speaking the truth? The data doesn't lie. While Washington negotiates with its own echo chamber to project domestic strength, Iran is digging in, barring IAEA inspectors and holding its ground. Your cost of living isn't rising because of standard market cycles. It is the collateral damage of a relentless transactional trade war, locked in a dangerous stalemate because a superpower's ego finally met an immovable object. Welcome to the unseen markets.